Aangezet. Ik hoor de muziek niet.
I'm digging this song, man. Every time when it's up and I'm listening to it, oh my God, I'm bouncing on it, man. I love it. It's a good song
You
that
should
you
see
picked
us.
out.
You should see us behind the scenes bouncing on this song.
Yeah, I kind of think that people overheard our first couple words, but hey, can happen, right? So, all right, guys, welcome back to the Vertical Weekly EMA, the place where we take you guys with us through the details of what's happening behind the scene, everything that we're cooking for you guys, and also the place where we give you the opportunity to ask your questions directly to us through all the channels that we are live on. We are live on YouTube, on Twitter, and we are live on uh, Telegram, of course. And as always, we always highly motivate everyone to ask these questions because this is exactly why we hold these EMAs. Last week, we had a very insightful EMA that was focused on the compliancy that we're working on behind the scene. I think this week we're going to keep it a little bit short. It's going to be very relaxed, purely because we are working very hard on the studio. As you all know, we are launching the beta version on the 4th of April, and we have all hands on deck to ensure that we deliver a good product that people can start testing. So, what I did realize, what Hidde and I were talking about, is that this is the last EMA of the Q1 2025. And I think that this is a great opportunity to reflect a little bit back and also look a little bit to the future with you guys. So, yeah, I think this has been an amazing quarter. We have seen so much growth from all sides. And I just want to highlight a couple achievements that we did. So, not only did we focus a lot on brand awareness, on building products, listening to the community, collecting a lot of feedback, improving, iterating on the stream. Um, we've also seen a lot of developments in terms of our ecosystem and also within the team. So first of all, what I think one of the beautiful things is that we launched the stream. Um, and many of you have been here since the start and seen the development, the iterations that we did on it. We started out with the beta version. I think it was the start of this quarter. And anybody who's been following along can see the massive improvements that we achieved in terms of UX, UI, in terms of experience, but also in terms of the amount of models that we have listed over there. And we're not stopping there, of course. This is the V1.3 or something. And, we're working on so many cool features. But I'm super proud that we have the stream, that it's now so useful for so many people, that we see so many growth happening over there too, and that we see so many people actively really using behind the scene because we integrated a lot of analytic trackings on the platform. You can clearly see anybody who's coming in, who's making an account, who is using the platform, what models they are using. And this data is so valuable for us. Not only does it show growth, but it also shows us exactly what our users are keen to be attracted to the most on our platform. And this is just so beautiful. Super proud of the team, of the achievements that we did on the stream. And as I said, we're not stopping there. Couple beautiful things that we've also managed to do was we were present during a couple in real life events where I, as founder of Vertical, took the stage and talked about our products, our brand, our vision and mission. And one of them was, of course, during ETH Denver, where we were invited by Akash. Because we are an integration partner of them, and we got the stage to talk about Vertical in front of 300 people. If you missed it, you can find it back on my personal account, but we also reposted it on the main account. Also, I was invited to the 60 Million Congress in Miami, where I took the stage together with other experts in the field, where we talked about AI and the influence on society, and really, positioning Vertical as a player that is valuable enough to put on the main stage to talk about these topics. So, and again, with this, we are not stopping there. I think I'll follow up on this a little bit later. Just want to go down the list a little bit. Also, this is the quarter where we kickstarted the build of the Vertical Studio, our main product, our engine that is going to drive innovation and creation and giving you the tools to start playing around with AI, experimenting, and really creating your own domain specific model. And to do this, we needed to grow our team. And I'm very amazed to say that while we started out this project with about, 5 people in the team, it was Mac and me and Roy as backend developer. And then we had some great advisors like Dex and Prof, and of course, our branding officer, Business Baby. But up until now, we have now currently about 24 people working directly on a weekly base at Vertical. And this is amazing, right? And you need this because we're building impressive products. We're building the stream, we're building the studio, and it's all connected through our own cloud orchestration solution. And we've seen so many engineers joining us, so many gigabrains like Hidde, Friso, Lawrence, David, Kevin. We actually have also Jorrit and Jesko working behind the scene. And guys, I think this is probably the biggest achievement for me, is that we have managed to build up such a great team to handle all the tasks in the background, from marketing to operations to development to management to partnerships to whatever. Everything is covered. We're so widely spread currently on all the facets of a company. There's so much happening, and this is probably for me the biggest achievement because it's a dream coming true. Looking ahead, so we already managed to get a major achievements on the stream. We see a daily inflow of new registered users that is just phenomenal, and we're going to amplify this even further with marketing. What I think that is very good is what we said internally into the team, is that we are on the road of the first 100K users of the Vertical platform. And if we continue on this track, uh, we see this possible before the end of maybe Q3, but if we keep pushing, maybe even in Q2. Ambitious plans, and for ambitious plans, you need ambitious execution. And that's exactly what we are going to be focusing on in Q2, is growth, growing on all facets, in registered accounts, active users, in prompts being done, but also, deploying the V1 of the studio after the beta and start driving growth also on that side. And this is amazing. So we are entering a growth stage of our company. And to accompany this, we are going to obviously introduce also the new V2 of our token economy. And we are working tirelessly with experts, with legals to ensure that everything is done correctly. We see you have one chance to change it, and we want to do it fully correctly and to ensure stable growth for in the future, where our token is becoming an integral part of our platform. So these things excite me, of course, the most. Obviously, we are going to enable the dataset creating interface for you guys within the studio, which is going to be a part of the V1 studio that we are going to launch after the beta. Um, we're going to enable the credit system, which is going to be the main driving vehicle for driving revenue on our platform, because we are a company, we need to drive revenue, and we need to sustain that revenue growth to grow even faster. And to accompany the studio and everything that is happening on our platform, also with the cloud, we're also going to, of course, do our utmost best to bring you the analytical dashboard. And to accompany this all, we, of course, are going to invest massively into marketing to accompany the growth. We're also going to be present during a couple more in real life events. One of them, which I can think I can clearly state right now, we will be present during Token 2049. Most of the team will be there. I think we're going to be there with 7 or 8 persons of the team. And we're also are currently organizing a side event as Vertical as main host. We're doing this with a couple of our partners as co-hosts. Um, we'll give you a little bit more insight about this, about our co-hosts, etc., in a later EMA. But just to know, we are going to organize a side event on Token 2049. So if you want to be present there, if you want to meet the team, if you want to hear interesting stories and exciting developments from not only us, but also our co-host, feel free to join that event when we put it online. We highly encourage everyone to be present there. In real life, it's always a little bit, more intuitive, more personal. So hope to see you over there. And obviously, we're working on a couple beautiful partnerships, some very interesting ones from new listings on our stream to big companies that want to use the studio as early adopters, but also partners with that are cloud providers that we are going to integrate into our system to even lower the cost even further. So loads of exciting stuff that is coming and loads of exciting stuff that we have achieved. So I couldn't be more proud of everything that we've done, but I've never looked into the future with more excitement as of today. So, without further ado, this is a little bit what I wanted to cover during this EMA, a little looking back and a little looking into the future. And Hida, I'm not sure if you want to add something to the storyline that I've laid out here, or do you think we can move towards the questions?
No, I just want also to take this time to really compliment, the team and everybody working really hard. The things you guys cannot see and the things we can see is the amount of effort and the amount of hours people are working behind the scenes to improve the product, to really get these launches going. To make sure everything is working perfectly. This is just really nice to see, and it's really nice to see to have such a committed team and everybody running their asses off to help each other. So I'm really happy to be part of it, and there's big things coming the coming quarter. So
Yeah.
compliments to the rest of the team, really.
Obviously, I would also like to compliment our community because, as we all know, the market had a tough time in the past quarter. It was not the most fun quarter to be in our markets. But I gotta compliment our community. It's been so strong and so committed and keeps being active. A little shout out to our community manager, Don, of course, who keeps everyone engaged. But seriously, guys, the community has been amazing in the past months. And if this is the base that we've built, I feel so confident that we can come so far together with the team, with the products, with the community. It's a solid foundation that we've set up here. Um, all right. So without further ado, I would like to open up the stage for everyone who has questions. So if you have questions, ask them in the Telegram, on X, on YouTube, wherever you want. We get them in here. Take this opportunity to ask these questions. Don is the Don. Yes, sir. I fully agree here. Don is a legend in terms of community building. I'm so happy that he is here. It's a funny story. Don is actually the first person that I worked together with Vertical. I met him in communities. I've spoke to him a lot before, and he's been committed to Vertical way before we launched the token, way before anybody knew about Vertical. It's been a great journey, Don, and thank you for everything. Is thank you for still being here. Healthy assets. What were the biggest challenges you faced this quarter? Ooh, so obviously we're building complicated tech. I think everybody can assume that it's not easy what we built, but if it was easy, everybody would have done it already. But besides the technical complexities that we have, for this we hired, very smart engineers. Um, but I think the biggest challenge was mainly is that we seen such a fast growth in our team. So you have to imagine that running a team of only 5 people is a complete different management style than when you're running a team where it's like 24 people actively participating. And especially as a CEO, it was for me very strategic to hire a couple, managers, CEOs or COOs and CTOs. To ensure that the management really trickled down, because running a company with 5 persons is different from 10 person, is different from 20 persons. And I think this, because we've seen such an exponential growth and we've developed our product so fast, we needed to grow our team and really, staying up to par in the terms of management of your team. I think this was a little bit, I think, the biggest challenge, but we've done it. We working in sprints. We're working with agendas, good meetings to discuss certain different topics, and everybody is on board. And I'm just super grateful that I brought people on board that are so committed and that they're working over hours. They're not coming into the office at 9 o'clock and turning off their laptop at 5. We are coming in at 6, 7, 8 if necessary, and keep working until 10 in the night if we need to. And everybody has the same mentality. So finding those right persons that have that same mentality and then introducing new management methods to ensure that everybody is doing exactly what they need to do. I think that was a big challenge, but we've come at the point that everything is running so smoothly. And yeah, thank you for your questions, Healthy Assets. Let's see.
Let me
That was
see.
an amazing question, by the way. So these
Yeah.
questions I always love to answer. So just throw your questions out there, guys. We'll answer everything that you ask to us. So, Hidde, any more questions coming from the community?
Let me check Telegram. Uh, At the moment, we do not have any questions coming in from the community, so I think everything was all clear, Mark.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, not every EMA has to be as extensive as we sometimes do. It can be short. Sometimes we're extremely busy with the studio currently. Um, so yeah, I think that next week I think next week Friday we're launching the beta studio. Just to give you a little bit insight into this, also, Hidde and I have been talking to a lot of beta testers this week and last week. We're onboarding them all. We're all doing introduction calls with them. We're all guiding them through the process, and they'll kickstart everything at the 4th of April. We're setting up support for them. We're giving them tutorial videos, and of course, when we have it live, we're going to share with you also, as the community that didn't get access to the beta studio, a video on how it works and how the process goes, etc. So, okay, another question.
I, I think there's one more coming up, another one by Healthy Assets. Let's just wait for it to pop up. What are the
Okay, so
strategies to sustain Vertical's rapid growth?
yeah, I think this is the
Um,
question for you, Hidde.
yeah, so we've already made a really nice head start, driving user growth on the platform. I think we're close to 4,000 signups as of now, in like really quick in a few
Within
weeks.
a
So
month.
uh,
Yeah.
within a month, yeah. So if we look at this, our current growth trajectory, we've analyzed competitors as well. The target you set of 100,000 users by, Q4, maybe even earlier, is really, really reasonable, and I won't be surprised if we do that. In order to to sustain this growth, it's not only about keep getting the users on the platform. It's also about keeping them engaged and on the platform. Keep them coming back. So we will be expanding vertical stream. We will be expanding the studio. We will be including much more features into these two products. So in order to really um, engage the community and really make sure people stay on our platform. Um, then as well, from really the web 2 marketing side of things, we've been running a huge amount of experiments targeted on different markets, different time zones, and right now we're close to analyzing these results, after which we can really choose the main countries we really want to target on first, which will drive our first growth, where the early adopters are. This, in combination with the sales strategy which we built, containing a 2-year strategy building content, will really also help us achieve organic growth. So all in all, like Mark also always likes, like I really like from my history, we're really making data-driven decisions, looking where the data is coming from, where the data is good, and determining how can we improve this data. Constantly running experiments, and that way we will, have a lot of people on our platform. We will have, a lot of a really low customer acquisition cost. We're going to try to decrease that. Yeah. So all of these combined will really create sustainable growth.
Yeah.
I
And
hope that answers your question.
I would like to add to that a little bit, because also in terms of Web3 marketing, obviously we did a lot of this already, and we are now extending our ambassadors agreements with the persons and the people that we see brought a lot of value to the project. So we continue the track that we have already been to on in terms of Web3. We used a great platform called Proto KOLs. It's actually one of our partners that gives us a lot of insights into the effects of certain ambassadors in Web3. So we're extending leases, we continue on the path, and we're combining this now together with Web2 marketing, like massively. And we think that having both of them, like
For sure.
top-notch data-driven strategies, is going to make Vertical one of the top players in the AI space, and also going to put our project, really in the top tiers. That's the
Yeah.
ambition. Great question
Yes.
again. Healthy asses jumping in, asking good questions. We love it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for um, doing that. I think that brought a lot of insightful information for the
Mhm.
community. Is there any more questions that are being asked? Let's see.
I cannot see any. Let me check the other platforms. No, right now we don't have any questions, so I think it was all clear.
No worries, no worries. As we said, not every EMA have to be longer than 30 minutes. And I think with 24 minutes running, we did a decent job. So, guys, stick with us. We are working tirelessly behind the scene, getting the studio up and running for the 4th of April. Remember, we're doing a side event organization in Token 2049. Loads of big stuff coming, loads of marketing coming, loads of product releases coming, loads of features coming. So, thank you for being with us again this week. We wish you all a great evening or a great day wherever you are in the world, and see you next week. Thank you.
See you guys. Bye bye.